Welcome, citizens! I am Sidine Fury. Welcome to MelaninGamers Game Reviews. Today I'll be talking about Helldivers 2 and how I found the game so far. Helldivers 2 was released on the 8th of February on PlayStation and computer, and sadly, no Xbox, which we'll talk about later. Before I get into all of that though, I want to make sure that I thank Sony and also Arrowhead Studios for giving us the opportunity to review this game, and it's just been a fantastic treat to play. Now, I pride myself on being able to have some kind of like having my finger on the pulse of the gaming industry, and I'm ashamed to say that this game absolutely snuck up on me. I'm so ashamed because this game is absolutely stellar. It is amazing. It is fantastic, and it's so good actually that they're suffering from their own success. I went onto Instagram, I went onto TikToks, and the memes and the funny parodies that are coming out of it are actually hilarious. And okay, before we get into all of that, let's go from the pros and cons of the actual game itself. Let's talk about the pros. So, to understand it fully, you have to understand the gameplay loop and also like the core mechanic of how this all works. So the gameplay loop works like you choose an operation on a certain difficulty, then you drop in and you complete an objective with side missions on a quite fairly large map. But there's minor points of interest that normally hold samples, which is used for upgrading, weapons, ammo, stims, all of which is used to enable you in the fight. You earn medals on successful operations, which operations is a cluster of missions, and you gain more the more you do missions in a particular operation. Most operations have 2 or 3 missions, so you get like the first mission will give you 4 medals, the second mission will give you like 9 medals. So all of these medals basically are then used to purchase new gear and cosmetics and stuff in the shop. So there's a standard tier and a premium tier. I'll get into all of that. Now, what makes this game so great is what I believe is the core mechanic, which is the stratagems. And this is what you've probably been seeing online, which is, you know, that enables you to do the airstrikes, call in the sentries, the minefields, all the orbital strikes, all of that fun stuff, which makes shooters so great while you're fighting against bugs and robots. So, and I don't know if I say this enough, but I am so glad. I don't know what meeting it was, but whatever that meeting was, it was a successful meeting, because the gameplay mechanic of dialing it in is fantastic. It's probably one of the best gameplay decisions I have seen in a very long time in a co-op shooter, because that's what essentially this is. So in order to do the airstrike, you have to basically use your D-pad or your directional buttons to dial it in, then you toss it. They could have very easily went, you know what, you have a stratagem, you could select it and then just bomb things, okay? But no, that dialing, that D-pad dialing ramps up the tension when you're like facing down numerous bugs and it's like they're coming at you and you really want to like send in an airstrike on your position. It makes the game so much, the tension and the stress makes the game so much more fun in that regard, and I really enjoy that aspect. Now, friendly fire is always on, as it should be, because that is the nature of the game. And I'm actually thankful that in this game I've actually run into very little toxicity. I don't know whether it's because it's a PvE, but maybe I've got rose-tinted glasses because I've been playing it so much. I know that servers have been full, but I'll get into that later. But I've been playing quite a bit, and I think this game is meant to be played with people, and the fact that friendly fire is always on kind of like tells you that, you know, the bugs will kill you, but your friends will murder you. I'm just gonna say that your friends will murder you. Like, I don't know how many times I've called airstrike on myself and had to run out of it because the bugs were just on me. So it's like, if you're next to me, then bro, catch the cluster. I'm sorry, my guy, but you know, democracy and freedom for all. Okay, spreading our way of life. That's probably one of the better co-op designs I've seen in recent years. The weapons fire beautifully, especially how the big caliber shots bounce off armor. I think that is like, it's very realistic in how it's depicted, and it's something that I noticed, and I think that when you guys play this game, you'll notice it as well. One of the strongest points of this game is the variety of missions, enemy types, and loadouts, which means that the same mission can be done in so many different ways, and especially the difficulty scaling is done beautifully, because the harder it gets, you get introduced to different tiers of enemies, which requires different strategies to take them down, which requires different solutions and stratagems to do it, right? At the higher tier difficulties, you cannot do it solo. I'm telling you that for free, you cannot do it solo. Maybe there might be someone out there that could do it solo, but I can't. I'm gonna go only up to level 5, maybe level 6 to do something solo, but this game is meant to be played with people, and I think that the difficulty scaling promotes that, which I'm very thankful for. Now, obviously, this game takes inspiration from Starship Troopers. When I first saw this game, I thought it was like a parody of Starship Troopers. I thought it was just like kind of satirical in that regard, but I see a lot of Alien influence, and I see a lot of Star Trek influence, a lot of that kind of futuristic regimes, which is a little bit fascist, where humanity is at war with bugs, and we're spreading democracy and freedom far and wide, far away from life. And I really enjoyed that the kind of quibs that the characters have. It's hilarious, I'm not gonna lie to you. The battle pass system isn't too bad. I haven't seen the premium section yet, and but I did see some guns locked behind in the premium paywall. But I haven't played that game too much. I haven't played this game. I'm at like level 10. I've played probably about, I want to say 25 hours. So I haven't played too much of the game to see whether or not like there's any kind of pay to win kind of issue. But so far the guns, the stratagems and the guns that they give you is sufficient and suitable to go on missions and still have a good time. So there is that aspect. Now onto the cons. Now this game deserves all its accolades. It deserves how well it's doing. It deserves all of that, okay? But PlayStation recently have said that they're only going to start releasing live service games from now on. And judging from how well this game is doing, I don't want it to get to their head about, yeah, that's the way forward, okay? So, and don't get me wrong, this game is fantastic. I want to like stress that point a lot. This game is fantastic, but I'm also apprehensive about how successful this game is and what it's going to be used to justify in the future. That's my only concern when it comes to this game, and I hate to do it on this banger of a game. Okay, let me tell you like this: if the standard of games that are going to be released in live service are going to have this kind of standard where the only issue is server issues, then that's absolutely fine. That's fine. But knowing this industry, I don't think that's going to be the case. And I think, funny enough, this game is going to be used as propaganda to say that, oh, we're going to be churning out live service games from now on, and all of them, you just have to get on board of that. There's no going to be like actual deep-rooted games anymore. It's always just going to be like just maintenance from now on, and I don't think that's good for the industry. Now, obviously, the other issue in this game is they're suffering from success. This game blew up. They expected about 50,000 people to play this game. The servers are now bordering on 450,000, and it's only increasing. And from the hype of this game is also adding to that, where it's like people online are like democracy, freedom, all that kind of stuff, and it's fine and it's fun and it's great, but these guys weren't prepared to have such a large influx. So you might be on your server, you might be like trying to enter the game forever, like, and when it comes to what I think is high traffic time, so at the end of school, I'm British summertime, BST, so for me, when it's like 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock, like 9 o'clock, that kind of time period is you're gonna see an influx of traffic, so therefore you can just kiss any kind of logging in goodbye, because you're just not getting it. It's gonna retry for like half an hour per person, and you literally have to wait for someone to come back out before you can go in. So there's that aspect of the but it's literally, that's what you want. And I just read an article today where the CEO said that, listen, don't purchase the game right now because it's still dealing with server issues. I think that's the only right answer you can give. But I do like that, and they have said they are working on the server issue to increase capacity, and we stand studio which is transparent compared to other studios in the past. So if they're telling me they're working on it, then that's not really a con in my book, because they've identified the problem they're working on. So yeah, so far, in summary, I really enjoy this game. I think everybody should be playing this game. This is what a live service game looks like to me. I've got it on PC. If you guys want to play with me and jump on, guys, feel free. I unleash some more democracy and some more freedom and for our way of life. But if you enjoyed this content, please feel free to like for freedom, comment for democracy, and subscribe in the name of liberty and our way of life. It's been your boy Obsidian Fury. I'll see you guys next time.
New mag! Mag's empty! Last reload! Requesting air support. Requesting sentry. New mag. Proceed to extraction when ready. How'd you like the taste of freedom? On counter bridge. Reinforcing. Liberty dispensed. Calling in extraction. Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle in.